paper in years. So please enjoy. And if for any reason there's a dramatic pause, just go, Act like it's part of the scene. Here I go. My name is Ashley Wilkerson. I don't have a pseudonym, but I walk with glitter underneath my tongue so when I talk, I can surprise them. Those who wouldn't expect this 5-foot black chick actress, who's also a poet, to resurrect literary goddesses and mix in a little hoe shit to get your attention. Now that you're awake, let me tell you how I walk with the sun shining in my pockets in the winter, and I've touched the soul of the coldest crack dealer by restitching his collar and rearranging his frown, making it as sweet as brown sugar. I've got a sweet tooth for griots who understand that the message is sacred. I get paid to act, but when I write poetry, it ain't on no fake shit. I write because I was born in the midst of beauty and all things tragic. My mama died when I was 10. To combat my sadness and anger, I squeezed the ink out of my pen. My father suffers from a drug addiction, and 8 bullets made my brother's life end. I write to pick up where he left off, and to give my sister a mantra and something soft to hold on to when it feels like real-life monsters are chasing you. I don't play make-believe with the spoken word, and my writing is not always pretty. I'm hood mixed with avant-garde, and I have low tolerance for those who aren't witty. I'm not for censorship, but I say sensitive shit if it slips loosely from your tongue and is connected to your bowels and not the beat of your heart's drum. I am inspired by revolutionary poets, the Sonia Sanchez type poets, those who paint beautiful pictures like an artist on a canvas and don't wait for an applause, because sometimes the words crawl and come alive in your dreams, and sometimes you may not understand the message or know what it means, but I've learned to be silent and let God intervene. I stand on the outskirts watching people walk on broken glass and talk to angels with their hands buried in the dirt. I write their stories when it hurts for them to speak. As much as I know I'm dope and poetically potent, it's not all about me. They say to whom much is given, much is required. What's the point of having all of your attention if I don't attempt to take you higher? Thank you. She said when she grow up, she want her booty to blow up so she can pop and drop it like popcorn and make niggas throw up. Cause her body is that sick and men should pay for it because the black is hot. The black is hot like the twat of a 20-year-old Georgia peach who is ripe enough to eat. In her dream, she has a big old ass and a long cash flow. Already stacked and sway back, she'll inject her butt with Fix-A-Flat if she can be the lead girl in a video. With rappers who call her bitch then hoe, but she glows. Like the Venus hot and topped, she is parading around like a circus act. They tell her to move it in slow motion, cause they like it like that. And she likes attention like that. Even if it means having dirty fingers crawling inside her jeans, leaving behind residue from an unknown substance which she mistakes for discharge. This broad is the baddest. VIP status, 36, 24, 88, her ass is. Number 1 at the club, get love from men who resemble her daddy, who like to tap her on her booty and ask her if it's padded. She prayed for it. And sometimes they'll pay for it, hoping to get hitched like white chicks who go from having butt pancakes to muffins, being porn stars to marrying rich black husbands, all the while hustling to keep up with the images that erase black girl faces and accentuate black girl asses, because that's all we worth, right? Never mind the fact that we gave you life. We wobble when we walk, but have kept your head up, right? And even when the world tries to stuff our big asses in boxes too small for our brains, we emerge without crumpling because we have power flowing through our veins. And it's not the kind you will see broadcast on national television. But if you close your eyes and touch your heart, you might understand the feeling. They say when they grow up, they want their booty to blow up so they can drop and pop it like popcorn and make niggas throw up. I say, baby girls, grow up. Understand your worth before your body gets towed up, chopped and screwed. You stand on the shoulders of beautiful and brilliant women, so stop letting your ass define you. Let me say this briefly. That piece was inspired by the Hottentot Venus. Are any of y'all familiar with her? Yeah. Fabulous. For those who aren't, I'll tell you a quick history lesson. She came from South Africa. Her name was Sarji Bartman. She spoke Khoi. She was from the Khoi people. They kidnapped her, put her in a circus. And when she died, they cut up her body parts. They cut up her clitoris, they cut up her labia, they cut up her butt, put it in formaldehyde and stuffed her in a museum in Paris and didn't bring her back to South Africa to 2001. So when we see these chicks parading, it's always been this way. The objectification of the black female body, so this is just something to think about. I probably should have told y'all that before I started saying I haven't typed Venus, but I got happy out and I keep it in my mouth. That's okay.
It's all right.
This is my last piece. This is my attempt at making a non-political poem. Because non-political poems generally get a greater applause because nobody wants to hear about that depressing shit all the time. Folks want to clap and snap and giggle and wiggle and shake their asses because the masses have been smothered with lies and really don't have enough money to cry. People feel what they don't always know, and oftentimes your true feelings you can't really show, but I consider myself the people's poet, so here I go. There may be fire next time. Bullets and white sheets stained with the blood from broken black noses. Nooses slipping loosely from the back pockets of lawyers, doctors, and academics. We're living in a time where the average Joe blows smoke in the face of women still damp from the fire hoses in the 60s. The sick and illiterate feel entitled to spit on black congressmen, ironically because they voted for health care reform. This is America, ladies and gents, home of the free and brave. Water is being boiled like tempers, and the right wing is ready to save. Pull out your Bibles, cameras, and cell phones, because history is being repeated, and you can catch it live in HD. And you can catch it live in HD. And you can catch it live in HD. Wake up! Militias are being formed across the country. Kids are tattooing swastikas on their foreheads, holding guns and listening to Lil Wayne. Racism not only ruins your judgment, it poisons your brain. And it doesn't matter that a white woman gave birth to Barack Hussein. He's still considered a nigga with nigga kids and a nigga's last name. This is America, ladies and gentlemen, home of the free and brave, where the Tea Party screams, let's take back our country. Translation, make black people slaves. Perhaps I went a little too far. But how do you explain the go back to Africa jargon, or the blackface targets, or the bonfires that get their party started? Wait a minute, I must stay on target. This is my attempt at making a non-political poem. Because non-political poems generally get a greater applause because nobody wants to hear about that depressing shit all the time. But there may be fire next time. Did you hear me? I said there may be fire next time. There may be fire next time. There may be shots fired next time. And then what will we tell the next generation of dreamers? Thank you.